Okay. Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah, we are ever grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us a wonderful life and for us to do our good deeds, striving to make ourselves good, helping others to be good, and making this world good as a true servant of Allah and as His Khalifa on this earth. We were discussing previously about the TPLH, total past learning history, the sum total of our life. So the sum total of our life can be either positive or negative, and how it impinges on the model that we have developed in positive Islamic psychology, that we have the physical input into our existence, the social, social and inter-social input that we have, and the inner speech. So we can groom ourselves to have positive feelings, positive thoughts, positive action, positive deeds, amal saleh. We would then be able to change our perception from negative perception to positive perception. So how this works, there's a long journey in which we can actually strive to perfect ourselves in this world and make ourselves good, helping others to be good and making this world good. And inner speech is the key. That is 60% of all our capabilities will reside in how we mold our inner speech to change our perception. And this total past learning history starts with feelings. And we know feelings can be of two types. Feeling of joy, wonderful, right? Feeling of happiness, wonderful, right? Feeling of anger, feeling of envy, feeling of frustration, feeling of anxiety. All these are feelings. So what is important for us is from this inner speech, which impinge on our perception, we first have to mold and direct our feelings toward positive feelings. And this is very important because before any thoughts that can appear in your conscious and subconscious mind, scientists have now known that the feelings will be the first input. That's why in Islam, the feelings come from the qalb. In the modern terminology they use it is your feelings of goodness, or for those people who are holistic, they say it's the intuitive feelings, feelings of intuition. All these things impinge on our qalb, our ruh, our spiritual self, and our akal. But our akal, our mind will be at that same period of time, instantaneous, beyond space, beyond time, would then manifest these feelings, either good or bad. For example, if we have feelings of happiness, we sense the joy of what Allah has given us in our life, of having a good family, having good time with our children, having a wonderful time with our spouse, doing ibadah, going to picnics, enjoying each other company, closeness, the feeling of love. All these things money cannot buy. So it is important for us to know that first and foremost, mold our feelings towards positive feelings, because the hierarchy in which this thing works is, just to give you some idea, is feelings. Feelings will then impinge on emotion. And then you impinge on thought. Okay? So how this hierarchy works is very important for you to know, because you start, all the great scholars tell us about having good feelings towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your creator. So in whatever your situation is, always look up to be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that feeling must be manifested in your inner core of your belief system. As a Muslim, regardless whatever our situation is, we always have shukr. We always have a good feelings towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in one of the hadith mentioned to us that if whatever we think of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever we feel of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is what we get. So the feelings of love towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the feelings of happiness, the feeling of positive goodness in life is the key to success, peace and happiness in this world and the hereafter. So always have good feelings. For example, if we have a negative feelings, we have this feeling of hasad, envy to another person. Remove that feeling and dua for that person. Ya Allah, may you give Mr. So and so the happiness, the joy, and the greater success in future. Because even though he's much more successful than you, and you are nobody, he is a somebody, you must always feel grateful for his success. And out of your feelings of willingness to pray for him, Allah will shower you with the same success as that person has it. So instead of hasad, instead of envy, we change it with the sense of gratefulness, the sense of sharing, the sense of willing to be grateful for all the gifts of Allah that you have, whatever, however small it is. So these feelings becomes positive, you groom, and you get the reward. These feelings will then move on to your emotions, and this emotion is where all your neurotransmitters and your hormones start working on it. So from feelings, you'll get all the, whether the positive hormones and neurotransmitters. For example, if your feeling is hasad, envy, jealousy, and so on, your emotion will, your brain system that triggers this emotion will then give you the stress hormone, like cortisol. But if your feeling is joy, a feeling of love, your feeling of sharing, willingness, and caringness, then these feelings will then translate into, you get serotonin, dopamine. So this feeling, emotion will then generate the thoughts, because the mechanism from feelings, emotion to thoughts is now very much researched in psychology, that if you can mold your feelings to positive feelings in all aspects of life, you will then generate the positive neurotransmitters and hormones, and then it will then generate towards positive thoughts that will then begin to mold your action, and your action continuously working on will then mold your behavior, and then the sum total of all your good behavior become your deeds of amal jariyah, and the sum total of all the bad things that you do become the bad deeds or the sins that we have committed, and for that sins we are answerable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah has a mizan, that means a balance. So what is important is for us to add more good deeds, more positive feelings, more positive thoughts, more positive action, more positive behavior, and all this always remembering that we are answerable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that everything, our very existence is His creation. When He command kun fayakun, be, we became as what we are, and He guide us, He gave us the will, He gave us the symbolic language, He gave us the capacity to feel, to think, to act, and behave. And inshallah, if you are able to do all these things in the nice, wonderful sequence, generating positive emotions and positive neurotransmitters and hormones, you will have the joy of life, the joy of and the meaning of life, and the beautiful sense of achieving peace, happiness, and success in this world and hereafter. So inshallah, I'll elaborate further on this idea so that you can understand more and go onto the net and research about this idea of emotions and how it develops neurotransmitters that gives you the positive juice for you to feel the wonderful connectedness to all humanity, to your family and the world. So see you in the next video.